Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Teresa McKelvey, and today we're going to get to enjoy this beautiful bed and breakfast called Mistletoe Bough and meet the innkeeper, Miss JoAnn Fraizer, and her husband Jesse. Entry hall.
And when people would come to the door in Victorian times,
Yes.
they had a little card that was their introduction card. Everybody carried little paper cards.
Yes.
And they would present it to the help because, of course,
Right.
a Hersfeld wouldn't open the door.
Right, exactly. I had someone
And
to do that.
They would put them either here to wait,
To
depending.
wait.
If they were somebody that was welcome and waited for,
Right.
they'd put them in the ladies' parlor.
Oh, wow.
And then the help would go get one of the Hersfelds to come
Right.
down, probably.
Oh,
Miss
wow.
Julia. This room was Mr. Hersfeld's office. After the fire of 1903, when downtown burned to the ground,
Yeah.
he had that door put in as an afterthought so that people could come up and and he ran the
so they
bank
could-
from that office.
Really?
That was his office.
Now, because he was a banker, right?
He owned the Alexander City Bank.
Right.
He started it with his son.
Right. Well, let's check this out. So I love these pocket doors. I mean, that is just, look at that.
That they
How
still
smooth.
work.
Yeah, and look how
125 years.
Oh my gosh.
And they still work.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Just kills me.
Yes, yes.
Because I have another house that was built in 2003. And they say, well,
It's
you know,
settled.
it's getting old.
Yeah, right.
Holy crap, that's not true.
Now this would be called what? Is this the gentleman's?
This was the gentleman's parlor. They would sit in here.
They
would go out on the porch and smoke,
Right.
and drink their brandy, and we keep some liquor here just in case somebody needs
They
a
just
drink.
come in here after dinner and have the cigars and play games
floor.
and yeah. Oh my
And
gosh.
we keep this cabinet for our guests
Oh well, you
To
have
have
Game
books.
Central and books.
and games.
Oh my gosh.
And
Jeffrey, I
murder
might have to play
mysteries.
some Scrabble in here. I just love that this is such a, you could just see men, just gentlemen sitting around and after dinner relaxing and, oh my gosh, what is this?
This is a scope of some sort that for the olden days was as tricky as it got.
Oh my gosh.
Can you see it?
Yes. How
fun.
neat. Oh, look at the little dog. Oh my gosh.
We have a Victrola.
Oh, how does this work?
It plays, but
Yeah.
it sounds terrible because the needle is shot and I can't find
Oh.
another needle.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
But it's beautiful.
That is absolutely beautiful.
We have a collection of records that we found in the house.
Really? Oh, wow.
This is the volume. If you open it, it gets louder.
Gets louder. Now, what's this? Would this be some curtains?
Because this was a fireplace,
Right.
a coal-burning fireplace.
Yeah.
When it would be a cold day, you could close the curtains and keep the heat in here.
Nice.
So they were probably heavy velvet drapes.
Oh, I love this.
And this gentleman is nobody, but we make up stories about him all the time.
Oh, yes, please.
He's he's my great-grandfather.
There we go.
That was a horse thief
Oh,
and was hung for that crime.
oh my goodness.
Or
He
he's a
could be.
doctor who was responsible for the first brain transplant
Wow.
in Transylvania.
Well, there you go. He has quite a dapper hairstyle, though.
He's quite
I
an
will
attractive
say,
man.
yes,
I found him at a flea market.
Wow. And
And
that frame and everything?
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
That's why I bought him, because he was quite lovely.
Wow. Wow. Well, let's head on this way into I love this staircase. This is absolutely beautiful.
Well, the fact that it's suspended the way it is very, very unusual for that period of time.
Is it?
We haven't found any more that were made that way.
Yeah.
Architecturally, it was a challenge.
I can imagine.
And if you think about it, they suspended it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
the wood in this house came from South America, so it took a very long time for them to finish the house. And the flooring, if you notice, is all parquet, laid in one strip at a time and nailed into place.
Wow. One strip, that sure is.
And they had no power tools, bless their hearts.
I know. Look at the detail of this. Oh, it's just beautiful. I'm trying not to ooh and ah too much because, I'm absolutely in love with this.
See, there's a hook up there, and there was one over there, and they had a curtain up here as well.
Oh, okay.
That would have kept the cool and the hot and the comfort. Did I tell you that they filmed 2 movies here?
No, really? Are they Hallmark movies?
No, I wish. I put in a plug for that.
Yes.
No, one was a monster movie, a horror movie
No
called
way.
Munchies 2.
That's even better.
And they filmed it in the attic.
Oh
And
my gosh.
while they were up there, they used a machine that created spider webs.
No way.
And they left me some of the webs.
Oh,
I'm
fun.
very excited.
Oh, fun. I didn't even think about it. What was the other one?
It's called The Coward.
The Coward.
You may have read about it in town. They did all their filming here.
How neat.
And they're coming back to finish up, but because of COVID, they had to hold off.
Yeah.
But yes, it's going to be quite an amazing film.
Yeah.
about
So we go this way. Now, do you call this servant stairs? Is that what
the back stairs were for the servants.
Yeah.
The family would have never come back here. Mrs. Hirschfeld, as the owner of the house and the mistress of the house, would have come back. Do you want the light on?
Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, perfect.
Mrs. Hirschfeld is in the picture up there.
Oh, okay.
In the black dress.
Oh, wow.
And she ruled her house and would have made all the decisions about the upkeep of the house. And the servants, this is funny.
Yeah.
Come here and look at this.
Yes.
Look at how crooked that piece of wood is.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
And nobody cared.
Because it was in the back side of the house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Servants were back here. And who cared about that?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Oh, my gosh.
So the servants came and went by this staircase and the water that had to be carried up and down.
They would come back
They
through
would
here.
come back here so the family wouldn't be disturbed.
Wow.
And this closet, which is now a little tiny bathroom.
Oh my gosh. That is adorable.
A little tiny bathroom.
Oh my
This
gosh.
was a closet where the upstairs people would bring the linens
This
and
is
the clothes
adorable.
and put them in there. And then the washerwomen would come in from outside because everything was done outside.
Yeah.
And pick them up.
Wow.
But that's all
Look
this
at this
closet was
window.
for.
Look at this stained glass window.
Yeah. Back in the olden days, this was the butler's pantry
Okay.
and the children's dining room.
The children.
The children would not be allowed to eat in the fancy dining room with the
Right.
adults. They would
I
be
just
brought
want to have
in
a tea party in here. I mean, oh my gosh.
Nanny would
go
show
ahead.
the children off
Wow.
and then bring them back in here and feed them.
And feed them in here.
But see, there's places you can see on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
This closet was for the storage of the silver and was locked.
Right. Well, this is absolutely just a lovely room. It does. I love these chairs. It does make me think of a tea party or a lady's tea and cakes and fancy dresses. And I love the veranda out there. So now this is the kitchen, right? Is that this?
This is the world's best kitchen.
Ooh, and scones even.
We
Ooh.
decorate at Christmas, and from that corner is greenery all the way up around and little red lights.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's just a farmhouse kitchen.
Right.
And
Yes.
it's a fabulous place to
Oh.
cook and bake.
I can't, and then this, look at this stove. Oh, this oven. I mean, this, yeah, you could do some awesome cooking on this. I couldn't, but someone could out.
These cabinets from here to here
Mm-hmm.
are original.
Oh.
They've been here 125 years.
Oh my gosh. So that's interesting because we wouldn't consider this counter high, would we? Like
No, this
homes.
is way too low.
Yeah, yeah.
But for them, it was the perfect height.
I can imagine.
And
Wow.
then when they added all this,
Yeah.
they left this low, but they gave me this up high.
Nice big old counter. This is great. Now, speaking of the kitchen and the breakfast room, what is your favorite breakfast dish to fix for your guests?
Stuffed French toast.
Oh, that sounds good. I shouldn't have asked. Yum.
You stuff it with cream cheese. And a friend of mine came by the other day and brought me some homemade caramel apple jelly.
Oh my, I want friends like that.
So
That
you
sounds
mix
delicious.
A little caramel apple jelly
Yeah.
with some cream cheese, and you slide it into that French toast and fry it, and it's pretty darn good.
Yes.
You might
yes.
even sprinkle, because we have massive pecan trees. so
Right, yeah.
we have pecans.
Oh.
Maybe not this year because of the storm.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the formal dining room then.
This is where the family would have eaten.
Wow, I love this wallpaper. It's absolutely beautiful. I mean, you know I love everything about this place, but I love the wallpaper.
And a friend of mine, James Blair,
Mm-hmm.
made me this flower arrangement to
Nice.
match my wallpaper.
Nice.
Good friends to have.
Yes. This is an exquisite piece of furniture right here. And I feel like I'm in like the actual Downton Abbey, because you know they come in and they have all their breakfast stuff set up on the top. I love Downton Abbey. But
I love the Downton Abbey. We've done a
Yes.
Downton Abbey wedding,
oh my gosh.
and it was beautiful. But look at the top of this table.
Oh yes.
It matches that.
Oh, it does.
And the piece behind the door.
Oh, it does. Look at that little. Was it a rosette?
Inlay.
Oh yeah, inlay. Oh my gosh.
But this comes in handy when you're entertaining.
Wow. Oh
and you want
my
a little
gosh, that's
something to
beautiful.
drink.
Yes.
But this is the same design as the other piece
as
with the
other
marble on the
pieces.
top.
Yes. Wow. This is exquisite. Already. So what would you call this room?
This was the ladies' parlor.
Oh.
And I love the way that this fireplace is done.
Oh
All all in the white tile, and
Yes.
and it's all original. Everything in here is original.
Oh.
And that just makes it special to me. And I would never think of replacing the mirrors or anything
Right,
in here
yeah.
because yes, they've got damage to them, but that's age.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope when I'm 125,
I look that
I
good.
look that
Heck
good.
yeah.
I have a feeling I won't.
Right.
I have a thinking feeling.
Yes. I just love this. This is such a Victorian era, you know, like I said, a romantic, but you think Mr. Darcy may come walking in and you want Pride and Prejudice, and it's a lovely room. It's beautiful.
Well, I wish we had dresses like that.
Oh, I know.
And like that one.
Yes,
I would like
look
to
at
dress
that.
up
Me
like
too.
that.
It is just absolutely so lovely. And all the furniture, you allow guests, they can sit on it and come in here and
Oh, the
open a
guests-
book and
Nothing makes me happier than to
see
them
people
down here,
enjoying.
bring their Bible
Yeah.
and sit and read. Go get a rocking chair and
Right.
sit on the porch. Play games at night. I'll be
Yeah.
in my room and I'll hear them out here laughing and talking,
Wow.
and it just does my heart good because that's
Oh.
what the house needs.
And then that's what's so I think unique about coming to a bed and breakfast is it's not just a room. It's a whole house that they can enjoy and grounds and everything. In fact, you have guests here this weekend, right? So that's why we
my-
can't go into the rooms.
My rooms are filled this weekend
Fun.
with people who have come before
Right.
and have returned to enjoy us again.
Oh, how nice.
And that makes me so happy.
Yeah.
Return guests are the best thing ever.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
means they had a good enough time the first time that they want to come back. But it's a whole different experience.
What did you say this is?
Those open and close the transoms, which are the glass panels above the door.
I messed them up probably.
No.
Oh, so that does circulates air out throughout the house then.
So
right?
people could still have their privacy with the door closed,
Right.
but air could move through the house.
Neat.
Because
And
you
it
know,
still works.
this is Alabama.
Yes.
And it gets just a little hot here sometimes.
Ghost hunting in a bed and breakfast in a 120-year-old house. Here we go. Well, Miss JoAnn, thank you so much for allowing us to come and tour your bread and breakfast. Now, do you consider yourself an innkeeper? Would that be the correct title?
That would be the title.
That would be the title. And how long have you been an innkeeper?
For 14 years.
Oh, wow. How did you get into this?
Well, I worked for Coca-Cola for 30 years in finance. And I had to take a trip one weekend that I didn't want to have to take. It was a small facility and I didn't want to go there, but I was told to go there. So I made my reservation at the hotel, and unfortunately it was mule days and there wasn't anything available. So the woman at the Coke plant said, I'll get you a place at the bed and breakfast. And I thought, oh no, I'm going to be in some old woman's basement. and I just said, okay. And I went to it, and it was the most fabulous experience I had had to date. It was comfortable and caring and wonderful. And I ran home and told my husband, I want a bed and breakfast.
Oh, wow.
That's what I want to do when I grow up. Because it was everything I love. It's cooking and caring for people. But I don't have to get involved in their life and worry about their children. They come and they stay, and I get to take care of them, and they have a wonderful time. Then they give me money, and they go home.
Wow.
So it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I needed.
Now, how did you actually come to this house, beautiful house? How did you get it?
Jesse and I, my husband and I, looked at probably 25 pieces of property around the United States. And we looked in all different states. We didn't limit ourselves by geography because I have no children, so I didn't have to worry about being close to the kids. So we looked everywhere, and we decided that up north just wasn't going to be good for us because it's too darn cold in the winter. We wanted somewhere a little more clement. So we, I thought I was looking in Arkansas, which is where my husband was from, but I had wandered into Alabama on the website. And I saw this house, and it took my breath away.
So you fell in love with this house. Yeah, I can see why. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now tell us a little bit about the history of the house.
The house is 125 years old now.
Wow.
It was built by a German immigrant named Reuben Hersfeld. Reuben lived across the street while they built this house, he and his family, and they had a store downtown called Hersfeld and Sons. In the back of their little store, they had a bank. And the bank did so well that they ended up selling the store to Mrs. Hersfeld's brother, who was a Fraizer, and building the bank, the Alexander City Bank.
Wow, wow.
And
now, how many people were in their family, do you know?
They had 5 teenagers when they built this house.
Wow.
That's why there's so many bedrooms
upstairs.
Wow,
5 teenagers.
4 sons and a daughter.
Oh, wow. Oh, how neat.
And the daughter, Helene, had her wedding here. And it was the event of the season.
I can imagine.
And I read the article about it that was posted in the newspaper, and it made a point of saying that there was electric lights.
That there was electric
lights. So the house was considered quite ahead of its time.
Ahead of its time, yeah.
It had electric lights.
For sure. Which room is your favorite? I would have a hard time choosing.
For me, because I'm the housekeeper, is the kitchen.
Oh, yes.
It's the heart of the home. But when people come, it's the dining room. Most people like the dining room because it's so elegant and unusual.
Yes.
The guest rooms upstairs, the master suite is the most used.
Mm-hmm.
But Nanny's room, which was the only servants' room in the house,
wow.
the servants at the time that the house was built lived outside the house.
Right.
They built some cabins.
Oh, goodness.
And so Nanny was the only one who had a room in the house.
Mm. And she has a little veranda, off of her room, right?
She did have a little porch out there, and there's also a door that passes from her room through the closet into the master suite. Really? So she could take babies in and get them fed. Oh. And that was Harry's wife.
Right.
That was, all of her children were born in the master suite.
Oh, goodness. Wow. Now, how many bedrooms are there?
There's 7 total in the house. Mm. There's 2 in the owner's quarters, which for us was a blessing because we looked at a lot of property where the owners slept in a closet and had no space at all. Yeah. And here we have a whole living area. Mm-hmm. The rooms upstairs, the people who converted this, the Paynes, converted this from a house into a bed and breakfast, added a bathroom in every room.
How nice.
Bless their hearts.
How nice.
That was important to me, that everybody have a private bathroom.
Right.
Because I wouldn't want to share.
Me either.
Most people wouldn't want to share. This house wouldn't be any fun at all to own if I wasn't sharing it.
Right. Yeah. Well, I would think that to do this, you have to enjoy people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And we never accept anything as an accident. Nobody comes through our door that's an accident. Right. They either need us or we need them. Right. And it always works out wonderfully well.
I love that that we could have done this interview, and this is it is an absolutely beautiful home, and it's like Hallmark Channel and Downton Abbey, and it's the Victorian era, and I mean it's just ooh and all over the loveliness of it. But I love that at the heart of this story is truly about a place that is for rest and restoration, and that that you seek to fulfill whatever it is that God has intended you with each guest.
It's a wonderful ministry, and there's no other way around it.
That is great.
It can be as wonderful an experience for my guest as I can make it. The real joy of this job is you think, oh, it's hard work. It's really not. I've gotten relaxed with it. The food preparation is easy peasy because I love it.
Right.
I feed them. They go out and they spend their day doing whatever it is they want to do or staying here. Right. But I don't have to entertain them.
Right.
Once I straighten up the rooms, I'm done for the rest of the day.
Wow. Mm.
And unless I have guests checking in, I don't have to be back at 3 o'clock. But if I do have guests, then I'm here at 3 until they check in, and then it's a wonderful retirement life.
I can imagine, yeah. Now, what other kind of events do you like to host here?
We do small, intimate weddings, 50 or less.
Yeah.
And we do them inside and we do them outside in the garden.
I can imagine.
They're beautiful.
Yes.
We've done some beautiful weddings here. Holiday parties. There's a judge in town who has his staff here for brunch every year, and that's spectacularly fun for me because I like that.
Yeah.
We have a little girl's tea coming up, and that'll be fun.
I would love to bring my granddaughter to one of those. I bet that is beautiful.
It's fun.
I bet so.
And we'll do fancy little cookies and cupcakes and.
What's your favorite thing to host? What just like when someone calls up and says, "I want to have a wedding" or "I want to have a little girl's tea party"? Which one's your favorite event to do?
Well, I like rehearsal dinners.
Oh, nice.
And and bridal showers and, and baby showers because everything's so pretty.
Yeah.
And it's fun. But my overnight guests are really the heart of my business.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
And I will miss that when we do finally find a buyer for the
Right,
house.
'cause
And
it
the thing about when I sell it, everything goes.
Right. So everything that's in the house stays with the house.
All the dishes, all the
Wow.
linens, all this
So
furniture.
it's a ready-made business, and you have people, repeat customers already.
Right.
Yeah.
She she takes care of herself.
Well, Miss JoAnn, it has been an absolute delight to meet you, and an absolute delight to spend the day in this beautiful home. And I want to thank you so much for having Jeff and I out, and lemonade, and just your hospitality. It's been wonderful.
I appreciate you coming, and you're welcome here anytime.
Oh, well, thank you. Don't say that anytime, because I might start pounding on his door. Okay, let's go. Hey, it is for sale, Jeffrey.